All right, family. This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. Sitting right up in the car with the family here. We got up in here our brother. Intro.
You know, we don't have a wonderful intro like you have, my brother. So I just want to say greetings to the Go Black to Africa family. This is Kunga Kihoya, your man, not your boy, too. Saying greetings to the Go Black to Africa family. It is such a magnificent day, a magnificent time to be here with him and so many others that we have been joining here in the car. And we'll be sharing a little bit of our Go. You know, you have me talking about Go Back to Nature, Back to Nature Organic Farms. So with that, we also have a wonderful young lady right behind. Some of you guys might know who she is.
The queen.
Should I also say, like, it's your lady, not your girl?
Yeah.
The African Tigress here. A lot of people are telling me, oh, you need to go back to Nairobi. There are people that you need to meet. So finally, I've met Go Back to Africa and Back to Nature and with our amazing team here.
Oh, yeah. Give an intro. This is the exact assistance.
Hi everybody. So today we are at the farm, Back to Nature. So the closer to nature you are, the more whole you are. So today we are here to get in touch with our wholeness, and I hope you guys will be there for the journey. So welcome.
All right.
You'll see more.
Nice, and we got the gentlemen in the back. Those are the videographers and photographers back there who have decided to come along with us. You know, I'm not as big as the African Tigress and, you know, the Back to Nature, but to have a whole crew that just travels with you, I'm a one-man band. But fellas, give y'all introduction right there. Just introduce yourself real quickly to the world.
Hi, what's popping, guys? It's your boy. I'm a boy. It's your boy Legend Mash here. I'm with the legends today about to make legendary content. So
All right.
check it out.
Cool. All righty.
Hi guys.
All right. Hi, guys. It is.
Few words.
Man, a few words. We're going to go ahead and venture into Back to Nature. We're on land here that our brother Kunga has graciously allowed us to come visit. So we thank him for that. So let me turn the camera around as we begin to enter into the Garden of
Fantastic.
Eden.
I just want to say we've come through the gate, and the way we've broken this particular farm is we broke it into several sections, because the only way you can farm profitably, sustainably, is to be able to measure, be able to have certain sort of analytics in a sense and data on the farm. So as we're coming into the farm here, right to our immediate right, you will see this is what we call phase 1, and we have it in blocks. This is block A, block B, to our left is block C, and block D. So we have 4 blocks in phase 1, and then we have 8 more blocks in phase 2, which we'll go into. So this is just the driveway coming on in here onto the farm, and having an opportunity that we'll get to walk around, find out a little bit more of what's growing here, what the focus of the farm is, the team that's on the farm every single day, because this is not possible to happen without a team of very committed, very dedicated individuals. And we'll share in terms of also the aspect that we have. And there you might see a young gentleman is one of our assistant farm managers, Mr. Mwangi, sharp guy there, 25 years old, graduate agribusiness, Laikipia University, by the way. Shout out to those who may be watching from Laikipia University. And yeah, park the car right on here, right next to our grading shed, which is where we're going to sort of start our particular farm tour today. So we're so very happy to have the Go Black to Africa family here at Back to Nature Organic Farms here. By the way, I just want to give the location where we are. We are currently in Kenya, a place definitely in Kenya, here in central Kenya, and it's a place called Kabati in a county called Murang'a County, which is about 45 minutes. Actually, the town we're in right now called Kabati is 45 minutes outside of Nairobi, right off the Thika Super Highway. So there is a big highway that sort of leads to this part of the country. And with that, the town of Kabati is a relatively small town of about 3,000 to maybe 3,500 people. And that's sort of where the farm is located. And we've started here, even though we have a little bit more land. The section you're going to be seeing today is about 3 acres that we've cultivated, and we'll see what the intention is behind this farm, which is meant to be an avocado orchard. So excuse the technical difficulties, we're just fixing it in. What we do, why did we select the name Back to Nature Organic Farms, and why do we advocate for getting getting closer to nature in that regards. So let me hold that for you.
Yeah.
Are we still going live?
We are still live. We are
Wonderful.
still live.
By the way, I want to say we really admire Go Black to Africa's persistence, being able to go live, have an audience that watches and follows him. I mentioned he's one of the most authentic, the most genuine, and it's shown by the audience he's created. So I want to thank all of you guys for continuing to follow his journey through Mother Africa, through all the countries he's been, for tuning in, for getting a chance to comment, like, and share. So just to the family out there, it means a lot to him, and I just want all of you to know that he thinks of you guys very, very highly. So with that, let's all step out of the vehicle now, and then let's start this particular journey.
All right, family, you heard it. You got the intro. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you all. And we are here live, like our man Kunga said, out here at a self-sustaining farm that I wanted to go ahead and just show y'all a little bit of what our bruh Kunga has was able to establish, along with a few other partners. He has lived the majority of his life in America. Came out here to Kenya and decided that he was going to do farming, what have you. So bear with me while I get this camera together on this stabilizer, because I'm quite sure a lot of y'all will appreciate it. Let me just continue to get this joker right here together. You see, family, when you, unlike, the African Tigress and all those who are pretty big and having their crews to come in and help them out, I'm a one-man band, so I have to deal with trying to get things together here on my own. So bear with me.
Oh, that's a gimbal.
Yeah, it's a 2-axis though, so I lose a little bit of
Stabilization.
yeah.
Yeah. You want to take my water? No.
Okay.
No.
All right, family. Glad y'all still staying with me here. All righty. Let's see if we can get this together. We still with you, fam. Hold 1 second. I am still rolling. I just did a little adjustment here. Had to take off my casing a little bit, part of my casing. All right, let's see. That's a little better.
No problem. Let me see if I can just stretch this out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If we stretch it out,
Yeah,
fit there. Very good.
All right.
I think that fits a little better.
It does, but we are sitting right here in this little, there we go, okay.
The slot.
Okay, let me see this right here. All right, family, okay. We're back in business, okay, all right. Woo, that was tough. All right, now let me turn this camera around so we can see what we're looking at. Thank you, y'all 84 people who decided to come in here. There again, those who are coming in, we are here at the Back to Nature farm. And let me go ahead and switch the camera around. Go ahead, my man.
Very good. Well, I'm going to ask the team to come over here. This is a team effort, a family effort. Mwangi, come on and join us in. African Travelers here.
Huh?
She is so very happy.
Who?
Oh my
Who?
goodness.
Who did you say no?
What did he say?
African Tigress is here. And let me tell
Traveler.
you know,
What did you call
the African Traveler is one of my mentors in this digital space. So I have this way of always having a chance to bring his name back up. But no, we're here with our wonderful, beautiful sister, the African Tigress. And you know how she got the name the African Tigress? When she was growing up,
Yes.
she used to walk to school
With tigers. They were my pets.
pet tigers.
Yeah. So that's how I got
Why does African Tiger has a mask on, everybody else doesn't?
She has to.
Wow, actually, I'm very covered. Oh,
Yeah.
We out here in the farmland, y'all. Fam, look, we out here in Africa, and they wearing masks out here, and we out in the middle of nowhere.
There you go.
All right.
Nonetheless,
Yeah,
we
we-
have a team that is here. We came out.
Keep
We'd
that in
love
mind.
To make this, yes, a particular a family affair as we approach it. And so I just want to say to everyone who has joined us here today, thank you. Everyone who's joining us live all over the world, because I know Mr. GoBlack to Africa has a huge, huge following. And like I said, we appreciate you even bringing your audience here today. So we are here we're going to go ahead and jump right into the mix of things. And right before, let me do that, let me introduce our farm manager. Come this way, Mr. Mwangi, just so that they can have a chance to see you. This gentleman is very important to everything that happens here. By the way, turn around. Everyone is in Back to Nature.
Back to
Organic
Nature.
Farm, right?
Organic
so I
farm.
just want to say that this farm, as it exists today, would not be possible without this young gentleman here. So we just want to say thank you. He's a 25-year-old gentleman. We have several employees here, and he manages part of the operations and the team that is here. So I always like to say thank you to him and give him his acknowledgement for his dedication and commitment, because he's someone who's gone up and beyond even the call of duty. So with that, I just want to say the name. What is the name, and why did we choose Back to Nature Organic Farms? Back to Nature Organic Farms is based on a very simple philosophy and ideology, the name Back to Nature, meaning that the closer we are to nature, the more whole, happy, at peace, at ease we are. When we move away from nature and we get into more artificial living, fake things, fake news, fake everything, we live in such a fake world, we get away from nature and get into a state of dis-ease. So what we advocate for is we advocate coming closer and back to more natural, holistic lifestyles. That's our mission statement. We seek to inspire, motivate, and encourage Kenyans, East Africans, and Africans. And by the way, when we say Africans, that means those abroad in the diaspora as well, right? And beyond, through a movement, and this is very important. So we seek to inspire, motivate, and encourage Kenyans, East Africans, and Africans through a movement to adopt more natural, holistic lifestyle approaches. Those three words are very important. Natural, more organic in a sense, holistic, dealing with the whole person, because we're complex creatures as human beings, and lifestyle, not simple a fad or a diet, but something that is a modification of lifestyle in terms of what we'll call behavioral change, to maintain or regain our health and wellness. So how do we, sometimes people hear about our movement and they think our movement is for sick people. No, if you're well, the one thing everyone wants to do is maintain your wellness. But if you've lost your health, how can you regain it? And so in that regards, where we're going to start here today is we're here now what we'll call on a farm a grading shed. And a grading shed is important because it's a place where when you harvest and you go through the whole production of a farm, there's somewhere where you want to come and grade, get a chance to start to bring the heat from the farm down, eventually before we turn it into our cooling room. And so you will get a chance to see all these different sections of the farm as well. Now, I just want to say from a farm and farming standpoint, there are many components. not just the name and the idea and the philosophy behind the farm, but you also we will call the 4 components of any business, because this is a business as well. So it's not just a hobby. And if you have a business, you want to think about your operations. What are your day-to-day operations? How do you produce the food that you are creating? In this case, your management. Who manages those operations? Your marketing, because we could have the greatest management, we could have the greatest operations, but if we don't market, who is there to buy? And we won't be sustainable. We'll be out of business in a very short time. And then in a sense, our financials and our bookkeeping. How are we able to keep track of what's going in, what's going out? Are we making a profit? Are we operating in a loss, etc.? So those are some of the things we'll be touching upon as we go into today. But since we are here in this grading shed, I want to show you guys a wonderful, our grading shed is also a small laboratory. And in this particular grading shed, you might have seen, for those who watched the Watermeyer video, we brought them to this particular area. And in this particular, we call them mutungis, right? It's empty now, but this held what we will call our sort of biological, what we call effective microorganisms.
Yeah, I smell it.
There you go. Actually, this is the good smelling one. Now, this is the one that's actually very interesting smelling, because this is fermented cow urine, fermented some green foliars, fermented molasses, etc. It's a very unique mixture, and this one is what we use in a sense to chase away the cows. Chase away pests and diseases in that. So you might want to just get a quick peek in that to see natural fermentation of things that you can be able to use and create naturally without too many chemical pesticides and things along those lines. So you smell how beautiful it smells?
It smells actually like palm wine.
Excellent. Come, African Tigress.
We got here the African Tigress here.
I can have a person of her caliber on the farm and then a person of his caliber on the farm and not make sure that we get them in wonderful, great shots, even as we're walking through the farm, even as we're sharing who we are and what we're doing. We want to make sure to give these individuals their just due, and we want Tigress to maybe ask a few questions here or there, give a little insight, because I've been watching some of her videos of her village as well that she's been sharing with the family and her family, and I would like her to maybe to compare some good, bad, ugly, just to understand what's happening here on the farm as we go through. But we can walk this way a little bit.
We start at the gate?
Yeah, we can start at the gate.
But villages in Africa, in Kenya, they are just
so you hear what African Tigress said, right? No matter where you are in Kenya, right? You want to repeat that?
The same.
The villages are the same. Not very much changes. As a matter of fact, that's why most of these borders are not so real. So the border of, say, Kenya, Uganda, the border of Tanzania, and Kenya or Rwanda, these are more artificial borders. And in that, it's almost the same land. It's a lot of times the same people, a lot of times the same language, and
even some of the cultural practices are the same.
Cultural practices are the same, the food is the same. It's quite interesting that many of the artificial borders are a little illusory. So, we are on the section of the farm that has been fenced. We do have a section out here, maybe towards the end. Actually, this is what I want to do. Let's quickly go out, because I want to show you guys where eventually the fish pond, we're setting up a fish pond and the section of the farm where the fish pond will go. So if you can come up this way and have a chance to see a section of the farm that's not yet fenced. And by the way, one of the things we always recommend that when you do serious farming in a particular area, you want to make sure you can secure that part of the farm. Where you're farming back home or people that in terms of security and fencing, because you might have people walking in and out, how do you treat sort of protecting the area that you
put a fence? Because if you don't put a fence, if it's maize, they call it corn. So
right.
if that's what you've planted, people will just be walking by and just so you have to fence it. Fencing is very important. And also, if you purchase land, if you put maybe the beacons and whatever, most villages you don't find beacons, but people know where the fence is. It's also always good to make use of the land. If it's idle,
Yes.
it can easily be taken.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can have people that coming this way. You can have people that sort of just squat on the land,
Yeah.
settle on the land, and in that regard, it's always good to demarcate
Yes.
where.
And if someone stays in your land for so long, you can claim it.
Claim it.
So y'all heard that, family? It is very important to demarc your land so that people don't claim it and you don't have people come on and take off of it.
Correct. So with that, this is a section of the land that's not fenced. That's why I wanted to start here, that we'll be developing. So we're developing our farm here in phases. And with that, I'll say, if you look out coming this way, you will have an opportunity to see that in this area, there's nothing farmed here. And the reason being is when it rains, water collects here and it floods in this area. So it doesn't allow any farming to happen here. And so this is the area that we're eventually going to fence, coming up this border, same this way, come up like this a little bit, and go out to the tarmac road where we were coming in. And then in this area here, we're going to dig and we're going to create a fish pond. And in that fish pond, we're going to have two kinds of fish that we're going to have in sort of separate areas, tilapia as well as catfish in that regards. And one of the beautiful things that having a fish pond will be able to do is, when you see, you can maybe see a little bit of the water towers that are there, we are going to send the fresh water that comes up from the ground. We'll be showing you where the borehole is, but we'll be sending that water coming all this way to feed into the fish pond. And then by having all the fish there, they'll be eating there, living there, defecating in there. And that waste byproduct is something very healthy and nutritious for the soil because it's full of nitrates, it's full of nitrogen, and then we'll pump that water that's in the fish tank, the fish ponds. I think this is a little bit bigger than a tank, but from the pond into the fields to make sure we're able to get nutrients in a healthy, organic way. Now you're coming from a place in Western Kenya that is known for fishes, known for omena. What do you have? Give us your insights a little bit, African Tigress, on fishes, your experience with fish. Do you love fish?
Of course, fish is nice. It's tasty.
Yes.
I love just tilapia. Not really. I don't like other types of fish. Just tilapia.
Just tilapia.
Yeah, just tilapia. Because that's what's common and that's what I'm used to. So I like tilapia. That's my favorite. The rest I can try.
She can try.
And family, you know, we're going to have to introduce them to some fish because tilapia is all throughout the continent. And unlike where we're from, you know, there's just a multitude of fish that we have put in our diets that I would like to see here. So farming, fish farming, our brother is introducing just the idea that they have here of bringing in catfish, and also the tilapia, you can bring in another type of fish. So go ahead, my brother.
Excellent. All right, very good. And we'll ask those that are in the audience who may have experience farming or may have questions about, you know, farming and organic approach, maybe here in Africa or where you're from, you may have something to share. Don't hesitate to place that in the audience. Okay, so I just wanted to start and show this a little bit of a section where we will be developing to let you know that any project, and it's important to sort of start with a model and build and scale that model up. So where now we're going to walk into is the area of the farm that is fenced. It's about 3 acres, and that's where we're building the model up in a sense from the production standpoint, the management standpoint, the labor standpoint, all the different components, so that we'll eventually scale it up to the rest of the areas of the farm. Okay, so
Alrighty.
we can come on back and have this exploration with the rest of the team.
So yes, family.
Remind me of the villages. Like most
Yeah.
villages, you can't miss these narrow paths. They are always there.
Yeah.
Reminds me when I was young, going to school in the village. You walk through this before you meet a main road to run to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The narrow paths. Yes.
There you go. And by the way, I just want to say, technology is a wonderful thing because 5 years ago, a few years ago, we could never think about being in the heart of Africa, in the dark continent, in a jungle, right? Streaming live on YouTube to people around the world, connecting in a sense. So many are diverse, and that's why we have a couple of young people that are here today. We always, and one of the things I respect about GoBlack, Mr. Nikomi, is he's always, even on the way driving here, giving young people a positive word, inspiring them, motivating them. He, one of our wonderful teammates came a little late today, and he said, "You know what I learned from the military and the Army?
Air Force.
The Air Force." He says that if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, how does the saying go?
If you're on time, you're late, and if you're on time, you're early. I mean, excuse me. If you're on, you had me confused. Yes, if you're on time, you are late, right?
Yes,
But I mean, to be early is on time.
it's on time.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
So with that, yeah, thank you. And we once again love the youth. The youth are the future, especially the African continent. It belongs to them. It's their inheritance. And unfortunately, other people want to inherit their inheritance. So we won't say anything about the Chinese or, you know, some of the other people that are here in Africa.
He just
But
did.
It belongs, but it does belong to the youth. So we just want to say, if you turn this way, you'll see here, we've identified the farm in blocks. So in this particular area, you'll see what this says here, phase 1, block A, that we come in. And we've built the blocks in sections where 30 meters length, and then it depends on the width. The farm changes in width as we move through. So we'll come now into a particular block. So once you come onto a block, you'll see that the block has certain beds. So if you look around, so each block that we have, we've measured out certain beds depending on what it is that we're growing. Here we're growing some spring onions. You might smell some onions in the air. But if you turn around, we've incorporated. So this is a papaya tree that we have there. You'll see tree, several different things that we've incorporated on the land as we go. We're going to show you guys how passion fruits look like, etc. Now, what we then do is with each block that's measured, we measure per square meter. And the per square meter will allow us to measure the amount of labor that will be needed, the amount of fertilizer, organic fertilizer we need to input, what we call bolea and things along those lines, how much water will be required, the weeding that will be necessary, etc. We're able to keep that data because at the end of the day, when we harvest and take the harvest to market, we want to be able to know the income or revenue that comes in when we minus or take away the expenses that have gone into producing it. Are we operating at a loss? Are we operating at a profit? Are we just breaking even? And if we're operating, you know, how can we increase production? So that's part of the system that you'll see here. And we're going to talk about the different crops that you will see here on the ground. And once again, shout out to the Back to Nature team. We always keep the farm, you know, clean. And we say cleanliness is next to godliness.
Hold up. Say that one more time, brother. Say that one more time.
So, well, we say cleanliness is next to godliness. And I want to say, Mongi, come on over here. Let us know, Mongi, about some of the effort that goes into maintaining the cleanliness and the hygiene of the farm and why that's so important.
The hygiene of the cleanliness of the farm, one is to prevent some weeds to mature.
Okay. You're gonna put some bass in your voice. Bring it up, brother. Okay? Because again, we'll be able to hear you. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, the goal of keeping the farm to be clean is to prevent the weeds to mature, so you cut the cost of production.
All right.
Yeah. That on top of that, you can maintain some pests and diseases a lot better if you're able to keep a clean and hygienic farm in that regards. And not to mention it's aesthetically beautiful to look at when you come and get closer to nature. Okay, so one of the things you have a chance to see along the entire farm, we like to make use of the particular land. And so you'll see that we have planted these very interesting, and since one is down here, let me pick it up and see if I'll be able to open. This is what they call passion fruit.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone, if you travel anywhere in East Africa, most Africa, it's not as popular necessarily in America. You can get them, but passion fruits and passion fruit juice is something that is truly tasty. This one is
raw.
yeah, it's not mature, but it will usually have a certain orange yellowish color, depending, or if it's purplish, depending which kind of passion fruit you're growing in this regards. And they're very sweet, make wonderful juices, healthy, you know, etc. So you see along the entire farm that we are able to have. You have one that's ripe? Ah, very good. Okay, so in that regards, Nikomi, you're
Yes.
not gonna say, sir, that you left this farm without having.
You say, can you do not pick any fruits?
Yes, golly,
What you'll be?
you will be charged.
Okay.
No, discipline on the farm, organization on the farm, security on the farm. As a matter of fact, Mr. Monkey, I just asked you to make sure he closed. I know he opened up the gate there. But yeah, security on the farm, who's coming in, always monitoring, because it's an operation that's at play. And if you're going to run it professionally, there have to be areas of how you're able to do that. So with this, I will open this beautiful, beautiful passion fruit.
Oh, that's how it looks.
Now we're talking.
So nice.
So, can you even smell the aroma?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and this is how they come, and as you see, it's sort of seeds mixed with yellowish mix, and it's not called passion fruit for no reason, right? It's a very passionate, beautiful, succulent, delicious delicacy.
What is the African name of this fruit here, would you recall?
That is a wonderful, wonderful question. And one of the things I always want to say thank you to Mr. GoBlack. He's always trying to get to the African root and essence of everything.
Yes.
Right? So even for the African tigress, he says, what is your name? What is your African name, right? And so in that regards, I love that. And now that's some homework for me, is to find out.
I know it in Uganda.
Yeah. What does he call it?
Do you know that YouTuber known as Obutunda?
Obutunda.
Fish fruits. There's this Ugandan
Abatunda.
Obutunda, you know him?
Yeah.
So Obutunda, in Uganda they call it Obutunda.
Now, in Swahili, tunda or matunda is a fruit in a sense. So those who are learning Swahili. By the way, if anyone wants to learn Swahili, she has a wonderful Swahili course that is currently ongoing. Am I right?
Yeah, learnkiswahili.com.
Learnkiswahili.com. So check her out. And am I right? Tunda
Tunda is fruit.
is fruit.
Alrighty.
Matunda is meant for fruits. All right.
Yeah.
So we can make our way moving forward. Mongi, is the water magic? Is this on, yeah? Yeah, please
time
turn the
you
waters
have?
on so I can
What time
demonstrate
you
to
have?
them myself.
You are the timekeeper.
Oh,
When
we
it gets-
are at 41.
All right. When it gets to 10 minutes before, let us know.
From Google, they're saying it's
30
called
When it's
Matunda ya Shau.
51. When it's
So I just want to show you a
3:51
here.
or 3:50.
Newly grown, or newly planted from the seed bed. I'll show you where the seed bed is. And by the way, we even have a small seed bed there. You'll see Dania that we put. But these are bulb onions here. Now the red ones. They're about a week in the soil. Here you'll see the bed rows. We've done a different kind of bed rows that are here. And in that you'll see in there some discoloration. That's the bolea, that mix that we have, that we've conditioned on the inside to make sure that the soil has the nutrients. Nutrients in the soil are extremely, extremely important. You cannot farm without nutrition and nutrients in the soil. So this is a new section I just wanted to show you in block A, phase A, block B, C. Because that's A, B, C, D. There we go. Moving forward. Sawa, sawa. Just to make you some time, we can move a little quicker. By the way, they call them coriander. In Swahili, we call it dania. In America, you guys call it cilantro. So, these are just your cilantro plants that are growing. The smell is always wonderful, always beautiful, sir. That is for you and your Black to Nature family. Smell it. I'm sure you're familiar with that smell of cilantro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In that regard, so hold on to that as a small souvenir as we go ahead and move forward. All right, we're gonna move a little quicker now because I want to make sure we get to the other side. This is how, if you love tomatoes, guys, this is how tomatoes are grown. In this section, we call them ñañas. Here in Kenya, we haven't yet put the trellises. What happens eventually as they grow taller, we put trellises that raise them to allow the vines of the tomatoes to grow and for the tomatoes to have the ability to have space, etc. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be applying the trellises there. That's how tomatoes grow in that regard. I just want to say, even along the lines, we have these collard greens and stuff, but don't worry, you'll be seeing it. Yeah, kales and collard greens.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we have a section here with some garlic, some ginger, and some turmeric in this particular area that we'll have a chance to get to, but just on time, we'll be moving a little bit further here. Now, we have just planted in this section, in this particular area, what we will call in Kenya in Swahili, hohos. Hohos are known as capsicums too, is more their proper name, but in their English name, or known in America, you guys will know them as green peppers. So these are green peppers. I just shot a video, matter of fact, of following. So everyone, you'll be able to come over to Back to Nature Africa's channel and eventually see from a seed to a seed bed to transplanting. We're gonna follow the journey of these green peppers from planting a couple of days ago, all the way to harvest, all the way to take them to market. So that's this particular section that we're on here. Coming this way, I just want to say this is a very important plant, particularly for controlling
Mosquitoes.
Yes, I would say, but in regards to the farm itself, this is what we'll call Mexican marigold. Everyone can Google this. Mexican marigold. You make a unique concoction that deals with nematodes in the soil and how to be able to balance the good nematodes and chase away the bad nematodes in that regard. Because when you farm, you have pests and disease that you always deal with.
Do you spray it?
Do we spray?
Like how?
This one we make a concoction. We put it in with molasses. We'll mix it in with rabbit urine. We'll mix it in with what we call effective microorganisms. These are some bacteria, fungi, etc. And then we will leave it to ferment. Once it ferments over 2 to 3 weeks, it now will be ready, the liquid, to put into a sprayer, and then we go around and spray on that regard and apply it to the field. Here you'll just have a chance to quickly see that we have some seed beds. Oh, sorry, watch your step there. These are some of the seed bed areas, and we have Managu, Tereres, a number of them growing here. But come to this particular very interesting section. And this is a very, very important place for us because we have a motto here at Back to Nature Organic Farms. Every day is a composting day. We are huge on composting. Composting is like our religion on an organic farm. And we love the smell of manure that comes when the cow goes to number 2, goes to number 1. We sort of draw it out through that area and bring it into what we call our composting pit. In this composting pit, we then mix it with dry material, wet material, green material, etc., and then let it begin that initial decomposition. By the way, that's where the word composting comes from, the decomposition of organic matter. Then we'll transfer the heap from the pit into these composting heaps. And every 3 weeks, we're turning over the composting heap, and in about a few months' time, we have a wonderful, beautiful manure that we can, fertilizer that we can use in the farm. So that's this section. This whole entire area is going to be full of these particular composting heap because we're very big on composting. And we collect the compost from the material that the cow gives us. We're going to walk this way, show you where other material comes from. Okay, come on up. This is, by the way, our beautiful cow. Come here, Guno. How you doing, baby? How you doing? You don't want me to show me no love today?
Maybe.
Oh, you see, the African tigress,
Does it?
you love, no, You know why she doesn't? She knows I usually bring her banana peels, and I don't have any banana peels for you. I'm sorry, dear. I did bring you some friends
Did you hand
you
it?
made today. No, she's young, so she's still coming up in that regard. So here's sort of where we store some of the hay, the grass in the field that you saw where we were putting the pond. We harvest that and come out here and make some of the things for our composting material. I'm going to come here to our, right, we're going to come quickly behind. And you have a chance to meet some of our beautiful, wonderful goats, right? And so goats are a big part of the family here as well, and their droppings add to our composting, and their droppings allow for us to have the ability to use that to make even greater, sweeter, more healthy, more nutrient dense manure.
Do they bite?
No, they don't bite. Yeah.
They
And
got
we'll
teeth,
be-
they do. My dad always told me that. Whatever got teeth, it bites.
All right. So moving on. By the way, for those who may know, arrowroot. These are some arrowroots that we just created an area. Usually they require a lot of water. We call these ndoma here in Kenya. It's a wonderful food that Kenyans eat almost every day as well, for breakfast particularly, and that's what we're growing. Now, if you look above, oh, come on now. Just have them guests here. Don't take them away. So this is our wonderful water tower. Now, Mr. GoBlack,
Yes, sir.
there's no way, and this African travel. Mister.
You said Miss.
Oh my God. Please forgive me.
I'm not
The African
doing
tiger.
it. No.
All right, now, it's very rare that someone comes to this farm and doesn't climb this tower. Now, Pielo Lumumba was here on the farm,
Yeah.
climbed the tower. It took me 30 minutes to get Mr. Watermeyer to finally climb the tower.
They use this.
African travel, climb it. No, come on, there we go. So, what I'm gonna ask, I will lead by example. I'm gonna climb up the tower. I'm gonna ask the African traveler to follow me.
You
and
don't
I'm-
need to travel again. Okay, let me just climb up.
Yeah. She get a little hot, Dad. Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
I think I'm so excited to be in your presence. I'm a little enthusiastic that maybe my mind, you know, some men get into the presence of some women and we can't really think, right? But nonetheless, much
I'm
love,
not scared
African.
of climbing. I love climbing. I love heights. So
Wonderful.
it's
So,
real for me.
we're going up there. I'm going to find a way that maybe someone can hold the camera and capture this gentleman climbing. We want to get footage of him climbing up as well. So I'm not sure how we're going to do that. And we're live. I don't know how many people we have watching us right now.
285.
285 people are watching. We want to see, guys, that this gentleman is not just fit mentally, Mr. GoBlack to Africa, but fit physically in that regard. So we'll be heading up what we call Mount Nature in this regards, and it'll be a wonderful climb in that regards. And let's head on up. Let's find out a way. It's somehow gonna work.
Somebody stay behind.
I should go up first or stay behind, which isn't better. I think I should go first.
No, you can.
No.
No, you can.
Somebody.
So you go after him.
Akipanda.
GoBlack.
I thought
Yes.
The reason I want you to go up is this. Once you get up there,
apande kwanza.
it's
No.
a beautiful,
Panda hivyo
magnificent
anafuta
scene
picha kamera tu.
to see an aerial view of the farm.
Utapitisha
Okay.
So what
kamera.
I'll suggest is this.
Unajua unaweza record
Let me
kutoka
grab
hapa,
the camera.
tukipanda.
You gotta grab it right here. Hold on a second.
You could
Because it'll twist it. Yeah, hold the hand.
Okay, let me do that. Can I bring, I want to bring it so it's I'm able to see.
You trying to carry it by yourself, is that?
Yeah, and I want to, I'm going to go up as I climb because I'm more used to climbing this. And I want to show everyone climbing down sort of behind me. So how do I switch it around so I'm showing this way? Fantastic.
from a
All right,
distance.
so with that, ladies and gentlemen, what we'll have an opportunity to do, let's head on up. Let's head on up.
Are you sure you use one hand?
We have this here, slowly but surely. I want to see that the rest of the team.
You can give him the camera to hold it for us to climb.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Now the only thing is,
From below.
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So you can then turn it around.
Like
But
this.
he's asking how's he gonna get it up there so
No,
for
you can
everybody to
just
see.
pass it when someone gets there.
Yeah.
He'll pass it to us.
All right. So you're gonna have to hold this because if not, it's gonna twist. All right, you have to hold it.
So it's on selfie mode. Switch it. No, we have to see you climbing. Okay, yeah.
All right, and then African tigress. Come up next.
You said it correctly.
Yes,
Yes.
for the first time.
Oh God, it's so high. Oh my God.
Ulikuwa ndani ni hapa. That's why I said ningetangulia
Yeah.
juu. I go fast and then and then I record from up. Huh? I go fast.
No. We,
I know what I'm
alafu
doing.
tukifika huko wakishuka uchukue tena wakishuka. Right?
So,
You actually thought it was
Keep
here.
going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Oh my God, you're stuck.
He's afraid.
Ouch. He's done stung me.
It's so high.
African tigress.
I'm not.
Show us your tiger moves.
Okay, there you go, Mr. Nikomi.
Up high. Oneshana kama amesha.
There you go.
Utaweza kufanya mkono moja?
I guess.
For sure.
Awesome job. Now the young man. Well,
Ataweza.
Utaweza by the way.
Shida ni mbali.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
It's so far. Nichukue hiyo shot. Nichukue shot. This place is freaky. I'm just careful.
If you fall, I'm behind you, so.
so with that, we have you might want to reach down there so he gets up.
Wow.
Keep coming.
She's coming.
Show us up top.
I'm almost there.
We're coming, he's coming.
How far is this?
Alright, come on up. Not that far, brother.
No. This is like 10 meters. Yeah. There you go.
That's all right.
Excelente. All right, very good.
We've made it, family, up here. You get to see.
We're at the top of Mount Nature.
What's the name of the area? People have been asking part of Kenya we are.
Very good. So we're in
Kabati.
a place called Kabati, but Kabati fits within a place. If you go on Google Maps and type in Muranga, M-U-R-A-N-G-A, Muranga County. Kenya has about 47 different counties, and Muranga County is one of those in the central part of Kenya. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted Mr. Nakomi to come on up, you get a beautiful view of some of the surroundings, the beautiful green nature, etc. We were just at the other side of the park there, the farm there, where we're gonna put the fish pond. That's where we are there. You'll see areas that's sort of cut out. That's some of the grass we harvested to bring here. We were just here saying that's coming into the farm, block, phase 1, block A, B, C, and D. This is the area where we have our composting area right here, and these are the areas where the seed bed are on that regards. So coming on this side, for those who may have seen the Water Maya video that we had done, I would say, Mr. Nakomi, if you can work your way to that corner where Mr. Nyambura is.
I don't go to corners.
Okay, and with that,
He
that's
said, with that, let me walk over here in front.
no problem. I'll say that that's where the cameraman was shooting the Water Maya video. Now here what we're looking at is phase 2 of the farm. And phase 2 of the farm has about 8 blocks. And everything that you see that's on the farm, from the corn, the maize, the many indigenous African plants that are growing here, cabbages, you'll see a wide selection. But when we get back onto the ground, what this really is, this is an avocado orchard. And in about 2 or 3 more years, we will not be able to grow anything out of here, because we have about 300 avocado trees that are put here on this land, that are put in a what we call a spacing of a 5x5 field farm layout in that regards. Now the final thing we'll show you guys is we're going to walk to the back of the farm. We have 4 mature trees, and we're going to everyone here is going to leave with some avocado today in that regards. But I do want to say you might want to focus in on some of the sprinkler system that's there.
That's what I'm grabbing.
Very good. So the sprinkler system, we have this whole entire 2.5 acres here irrigated in terms of these pipes are running, and we've watered different phases of the farm at different time. And you see the water that's coming out on these particular sprinklers? That's coming right behind you if you look.
From these tanks?
From these tanks that are here. And we have 2 10,000-liter tanks that are up here 9 meters in the air, in the sky here on Mount Nature. And if you look up further, what we have up there are solar panels. We have about 18 different solar panels. And when it's a beautiful day like today without much sun out, what happens is the solar panels capture the energy, electricity, and it sends it down 700 feet into the ground, about 250 meters, and it triggers a pump. And when that pump turns on, it sends the water up pipes all the way, climbs to the surface of the level, and then sends it up to these particular water tanks that we have here in that regards. So, and then now, the reason why you raise these big tanks, 10,000 liters each, 9 meters into the air, is you want to have gravity. And the force of gravity pushes to then allow, you can then show them the sprinklers again, and then allows for the irrigation into the rest of the field and to send the water out, because water is absolutely just as important as nutrients, just as important as sunlight, just as important as oxygen. Water is critical when we're farming. And if there's on a clear day, and if we would walk down that section of the farm, we're not going to get to today, if we would look that way, we would actually get a chance to see Mount Kirinyaga, or what some call Mount Kenya. In that regards, that's not that far that way, close by the Aberdares Mountains ranges that are in that regards. So this is a section of the farm that I didn't want anyone to pass or leave or come by this farm, especially if I respect you, I love you, without coming get an aerial view. This is Mama Africa. This is what those who for ages and ages have fallen in love with Africa came and saw how beautiful and green she was. And this is what people have always tried to come and extract. They're still extracting today, the natural resources, the whole nine. And not to make this a political, because this is what we're about. This is about farming and sort of getting closer to nature. But it is the beauty and the wealth of Africa that has been so much in demand by so many people around the world. And that's why, for those especially who look like you, who are watching this, and myself, people of African ancestry, it's important that you look at Africa in a beautiful way, cherish it. Like Water Maya says, grab Africa like you grab your... She's not my woman. Maybe not yet. But
Two single people, uh-oh.
Yeah. So with that, just showing a little bit of love. And so I'm so happy to be up here with...
She is a tigress.
Yeah, I bite.
Hey, and back to nature.
Hey. You never know. But you know, you're in Africa. You know, Africans take on second and third wives, my brother.
Hey.
I don't know what your wife might think about that.
Oh, no, she's not down with that.
She's not?
Okay, nah,
Sure?
I'm not down with that. One is enough. I've said that before. One is enough for a brother, you know.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, with that, I just want to say it's so wonderful having these two here as well. Once again, the connection of continental born African, someone born in the diaspora, and then myself.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Bro, I'm
born in Tripoli.
I was in Africa. That's
But
right.
truly representing the
In Libya.
diaspora in a great way. And then myself, born to African parents, but born in the United States. So this wonderful mixture of African people from around the world coming together, creating greater unity, seeing that yes, we can appreciate our different, maybe small differences, but that we have so much more in common. Am I right, African Tigress? What do you have to say sort of on that as we begin our descent down from Mount Nature?
All I can say is that we need to focus on the commonalities. We have a lot of things in common other than the things that we have that could differ from maybe one community or one person to another. Let's focus on the positive. And I said in 2021, it's positive vibes only. So let's focus on positivity.
Yep. Positive vibes. So far, what is your initial impressions, Mr. Nakomi, coming out to the village, coming out sort of getting closer to nature? What are your initial thoughts? What are your initial feelings, my brother?
You know, just stepping a foot into this place of business that you have created is very impressive. Actually, you know, I'm so much impressed because sometimes, you know, we get accustomed back in America to cut corners, to do things half-assed, as we would call it, to, you know, not put our best foot forward. I can tell love has been put into this land. I can tell the sincerity of a heart, you wanting to produce organic food for people because you have that much love for your people. And so just the upkeep is the task that I see many people fail in doing farming. You know, the weeds being pulled, you know, keeping the grounds, you know, clear so that we can get as much as energy into that product instead of the weeds stealing most of the energy. Y'all have not cut any corners. That's what I see here. Very amazed at what you got, you know, as well as just the water system that you have, you know, that you have taken steps to even consider. Hey, look, the way he explained it, wouldn't you want him to tell a bedtime story to your children? He has a great way of expressing and the use of words that is like, man, I couldn't say it no better. So we thank you for this invite. We thank you for showing off or sharing with us this beautiful farm that you have put together and that we can at least appreciate. And I'm quite sure you have motivated and encouraged those who wants to come start a business to at least have an example of excellency. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. You're a man of great words, great wisdom. And so I want to say that I receive those words, receive those blessings in a sense. And I want to say that, yes, a lot of hard work, lots of time, lots of money, lots of commitment. And there's so many challenges even right now as we sit and talk. That's what this summer operation is. But you are looking here about 4.5 years of work that we put in. And I got to say, give thanks to the Almighty, one above, that sort of gives us this strength, that gives us the power to now manifest our visions and dreams and reality. So with that, let's go ahead and descend. We're just going to quickly show you how the avocados look. And then after that, we're done and heading on back to...
You're going home with avocados, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
You're heading home with some avocados. You
I
won't leave
love
without that.
avocados.
Fresh avocado.
Yeah, I love avocados.
Picked right off the tree.
I don't think there's any.
You want to take it? Huh?
Yes, I
It's that time.
So what the best way to do, I can come first just to show you guys how the best.
Sure.
All right, so usually when you put it down, the best way to do is just, in a sense, first grab your hands here, and then sort of put halfway your foot here, and then step down with.
Well, when you come backwards, you'll be going up. So you want to push this in and go back.
So once you have the chance to now get on the first, then bring your
Got it?
hand under, this way, this hand under, and then come down in that regards.
Next time you need to install a lift.
Yeah,
There
we
you
need
go.
a lift.
But you know what? Your breathing won't be so great and so strong. So by the time you get up top, you're breathing hard, you're breathing the fresh air. It makes the experience much more enjoyable. So thank you all for climbing up Mount Nature and sharing part of this journey with us today. So the descent
10
comes
minutes.
down.
All right.
10 minutes to go. Okay, so me next.
9 minutes.
Home. This is the hardest. Felix, utaweza? Okay, you say so. It's it's not.
Watch your step, grab on, tight,
Watch your fingers.
slowly come down.
So shida yangu ni nikiangalia chini ndio I get scared.
I'm afraid of heights.
No, as in not if I look, I'll be afraid. But if I don't look, I won't be afraid. So
Who should go next? Me?
you wanna go next?
Wow, I'm so scared. No.
You are. Are you so scared?
Okay, first thing,
Yeah.
you'll hold me this.
Here, look at here.
Hold, don't usishika hapa juu. Hold here.
Yeah. When you come home then.
Let me get a few steps then.
It's not gonna fall. Take it slow. Take it slow. Grapes in Kenya. Can you grow grapes in Kenya? Yeah. Yeah, but like under greenhouse. Yeah, regulated greenhouse. Okay. Okay, it's not sunny. Okay. Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes. Walk to that section and then we have it. Boom.
Chukua your shot, bro. Felix. Chukua your shot.
Good job. See you're very healthy. Not the energy. You know what? You're a gentleman, videographer. You may want to stay up there and capture us when we walk on this side.
Hold on this.
Just a minute.
Okay, take one more step there.
Yeah. We're going to walk on this side of the farm. You may want to stay up there. Just capture us as we're walking.
And then come down when we head back, or what?
And
Yes,
then
we
come
gotta
down.
go,
and
yeah.
bring it back. All right. So let's come on quick and move through. These are our chickens and sort of a chicken pen
You could
that
have
we
given
have
me
there.
one.
And we have that's been growing, developing. So we're gonna move a little bit faster because of the time, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we'll call our cold storage. That's where we also are able to cool things as we harvest them. We're walking into this gate now is phase 2 of the farm. You'll see phase 2, block E. Why is that E? Because as you come this way, you see different things growing in between.
Doesn't that kill them? Or like they can coexist?
Yes, we planted ones that can coexist together. This here is block A. So phase 2, block A
All
in
right.
that regard. So coming this way,
Let me stay close for
very
volume.
quickly, I just want to show you guys, you might want to step back just a little bit.
That's the water.
Songa kidogo. You'll
Okay.
see that the water system is throughout the entire,
We don't want to walk through that mud again.
yeah. So in that, just to sort of give a little bit of perspective of sort of how irrigation works through the farm. And by the way, I just want to say, you get very used to mud when you come into
Oh, yeah.
farm. It's just getting closer to nature. All right, so.
But
I
not
wanna get you
today
a
for me.
section because it might be hard to see here. I want to get you a section. And by the way, just want to show you might want to show them just how the sprinklers are going and how the irrigation, and we irrigate different parts and different blocks at different times depending on the need on what we're growing, and you'll see that happening in certain sections. Our bananas, you'll see here it'll be a row of bananas. They always delineate a block. So now we start block B in this second phase. So moving forward, and we want to get to where we can harvest us I just ask everyone, be careful where you're stepping because these are newly planted seedlings. So,
All right, family. We are entering in, headed for
we're headed for the avocado.
the avocados.
Okay. New sections as well, just planted here.
Welcome everybody who has come in. Here we are out on the Back to Nature farm.
By the way, we mentioned that every time you see a row of bananas, the row of bananas is what separates one block from another block. So you always know that we're going into, so in this case, we're going into phase 2, once again, phase 2, block C. And this is what separates in that regard. We grow different kinds of bananas. So this is a banana type called the Uganda green there. So we have plantains, we have several different kinds of bananas on here. So what I wanted to show here is this. What this entire farm is really about these trees here. Everything else growing on the farm, including the bananas, are really to substitute, bring in resources, keep the farm sustainable while these babies grow. And if you look here, if there's one tree here, and I'm going to take 5, let me go from here. This is another tree just like it. And if you look down, you see another and another and another. If I take 5 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another tree here. If I do the same thing, so we're doing a 5x5 system. If I was to go from this tree and walk 5 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another tree here. So it's like a square sort of system where there's a 5, that's what we call a 5x5 field layout. And these trees are about a year and a half old. And in that regard, that's what we have, about 300 trees on this particular area. And what are these trees going to be one day? Come closer. We want these trees, you see them here, to ultimately become what you see here. We're going to get to this side. And on here, you'll have an opportunity to see avocados. These are how the avocados grow. And this is a form of variety of avocados, what they call fuerte avocados in that regard. So a tree like this, and we can just go over around the tree in this regard. I'm going to get the ones we're going to pluck because we have something that's very close to the ground. A tree like this will produce about 3,000, 3,500, sometimes 5,000 fruits, because the fruits, as you see, they grow everywhere on the tree. And these are the ones where you walk into your local grocery store, wherever around the world, they grow in this way. Come around, you see some more. Once again, these are the avocado fruits in that regard. So let me get some more that are a little bit more mature. So just harvested a beautiful fresh avocado, and this I'm dedicating to the entire Go Black to Africa family. So on behalf, the gentleman behind the question with the camera, show yourself. There you go. He's gonna eat it on your behalf in that regard. So I just want to take a few of these particular more gorgeous ones for the rest of the team who came with us here today.
Do you do anything with the ones that fall into the ground
those ones
prematurely?
Let them begin to decompose.
Okay.
They add more of the, and you can look up there, you can see just how they grow in clusters and bunches and things along those lines. So I want to just harvest a couple of nice big ones. When you harvest it this fresh, it'll take you about a week to ripen as you get onto your kitchen table. So we have about 4 of these large mature. This whole farm will look like these big trees that we have here today, and that's in a sense how this works.
Look at this soil, family. Look at how rich this soil is. That soil is some rich soil.
What do you use? What's the white thing on the
What will end up is an organic copper base. And the reason we do that is so that there's a particular disease that sometimes affects the skin.
Yeah.
But it's organic in that regard. So we just use it to keep that particular pest sort of disease off the skin. Guys, did you find avocado? Yeah. Here. You got one?
I'll take 2.
Very good. You got 2 there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one more here. And
Does that mean that your farm is only going to eventually have avocados?
Yes.
Eventually have, but we have other acreage that once this becomes populated, we then will develop the next section, next section, next section. But eventually, this is what we want to be able to have on majority of the farm, except the front area where we were in phase one. Phase one will not have any particular stuff. With that, we just take because these are some of mine,
Executive assistant.
and we can rock and roll.
What time we got?
There you go.
What time we have?
Time to go.
Time to go, right?
Yes.
Yes. No, we have 3 minutes.
No, we got 3 minutes to get in the car.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
So it's something that
I'm gonna show you what the executive assistant normally does.
to capture them.
They always pull on the coattail. Let them know.
All righty, guys. So with that, that is sort of a wind down of this section. It was a very fast,
Hello.
a fast way of doing a farm visit. Our farm visit sometimes will last about 3-4 hours because we like to show people how to prepare things to deal with pests, how to prepare some of the organic fertilizers that we'll use. We like to spend a little bit more time on what we're growing. I just ask everyone to please watch your steps here, not to step on the bed itself.
Watch your step.
These are very newly planted items and crops, and we don't want to destroy them. I should have come to the other section of the farm, but no problem. All right. I just want to say we've lined the farm also with the passion fruits on the borders on that side, on the other borders as well. So we have the passion fruits growing throughout the farm. With that,
All right, family. I know the sun is behind me, so I'm looking dark and beautiful as usual. So the just to give y'all a taste of what one is doing. It's actually a collective effort in this farming that our brother Kunga, he returned back here to Kenya in 2014. You was born and raised in the U.S., right?
yeah, born and raised in South Florida.
He was born and raised in South Florida. Came back in 2014, decided that he would embark with a couple of associates. For 1 second. When you get a farm boy on the farm, he gets excited. He's got to show everything.
There you go. Talking about cold storage room. You see some potatoes here. We have beans here. Some equipment. We use this to cool down when you harvest to maintain something that they call post-harvest losses. You want to make sure you can drop the temperature on what you harvest. Same thing will have been done with these avocados if we weren't taking them with us. We'll drop the temperature here. We're going to put a cooling system in here eventually that will allow for those better management of the temperatures along those lines.
All righty. Time.
Very good. So with that, we are wrapping up. Just a couple of other team members that we wanted to briefly share. Chairman, you can say greetings. Very good. This is Ms. Mboro here in that regards. And that's just some of the team. I wish we had some more time, but we are limited on time for today. So this is sort of, we'll have opportunity to, so this is, by the way, for all those who are interested in, Back to Nature has started delivering what we call our Back to Nature organic baskets. So this is one of the deliveries that we're bringing to Nairobi that will be joining us in the car today. So Mr. Mongi, you can put this, in. Are we going to take those or just? Yeah. Okay. Very good.
All righty,
So I
family.
put mine here.
You saw it.
Before you end it, a lot of people are asking why am I wearing a mask? I traveled. I've been traveling. I got back to Nairobi yesterday, and I need to travel on Wednesday. I'll be going to Rwanda and Nigeria, so I want to keep these people safe because I've been roaming a lot, and I also need to keep myself safe because I need to go do the COVID test on Monday.
All right, you heard it. Her reason for wearing a mask, everybody has their own precautionary measures that they take, you know. But anyway, we have visited the Back to Nature farm, family. I appreciate each and every one of them. We got 380 people out here that's watching this right here. I hope that this was just another small story that you could see that you can come from America and come start any business that you so choose. There is no obstacle or potholes in your path that you will probably find in some of the countries that you are living in. Here, it's more inviting and embrace you to actually encourage you to start, especially, what's up, brother? Mo Wig, to actually encourage you to come start businesses in agriculture. Many African countries are moving towards self-sufficiency, so that they're able to be able to take care of oneself. And so it's been beautiful. For those, I'll be having a live tonight dealing with should the brothers in the Western world seek asylum from the very countries that are a threat to their security, that have been moving them basically into prison systems, murder, no equality in pay and all that right there, education, housing, loans, the list goes on and on. So my topic tonight is should brothers and sisters, for that matter, but I mention brothers because the system has kept many a brother at bay without prospering because of felony charges, their criminal backgrounds that have hindered them from really reaching their full potential. So this is the topic of discussion we're going to have tonight. I wish each and every one of you all would join in with me tonight, give your 2 cents. And with that, let me say a last farewell with our folks here.
Okay. We have to move the seats up. It's okay. Okay.
Yes?
Bye.
Yeah, he said bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe. Okay, what is your channel again?
Legend Mash on YouTube.
Legend.
Yeah,
Legend.
Mash.
Okay.
Yeah. Make
What-
sure to subscribe for some great content.
It's 4 o'clock right now, family, here in the afternoon.
Very much. Everything looks beautiful.
3:25.
African Tigress.
Yes.
See, I didn't confuse your name.
It's Kunga who keeps calling me.
He's been
African
around the traveler for
yeah.
so long.
Yeah.
What's your parting words for those who may be thinking about coming here to start a business in Kenya or even Africa for that matter? What is your encouraging words for those in the diaspora?
Okay, the best thing to always do, I always say you always have to visit first. You see the way you visited, not only to make content, you visited to connect and network with people. So in case you'll need some farming advice, you can reach to Kunga. I've seen you reaching to people who are in different industries.
Yes.
So the best thing to do is come, visit, make the right connections, ask around, and then you can establish your business if you want to start a business. If you just want to come and relax, you'll still get everything that you desire, everything that you want, you can get it. And of course, always follow the right channels so that you know, sometimes when people take shortcuts, things can go south. So following the right channels all the time.
Thank you very much.
Can they see your beautiful smiling face? You want to pull the mask down just kidogo? Let them record. Oh, yeah. We can travel.
Oh, goodness.
By the way,
Yeah.
John,
You
do
call
you
me
see?
African traveler.
You
again.
see,
I'm
John,
going
what
to
you've
call-
done, man?
I'm going to tell
You've
you.
got me
keep
in
calling
trouble.
Miss African
You got me
traveler.
in trouble with the African Tigress. Apologize.
All right. So yeah, go check out my YouTube channel. I know some of you are already subscribed to my channel, African Tigress. This year we are going to 21 countries in 2021. So yeah, we're starting next week. We'll be starting from Rwanda, Nigeria, DRC, and lots of other countries. So stay tuned for the adventure.
Wow, you're doing 21 countries this year.
Yep, 21. I'm starting next week. So
Alrighty
since I bought
then.
my package today, so
Yeah.
I'm booking my flight.
Oh, by the way, you want to show them really?
Nice.
Let me tell you what YouTubers go to. The length they invest, They want to get the best equipment. They want to make sure that everything is right so they can bring you the best. And so I know that the Tigress she's so happy because she just got her new
Vlogging
package.
camera.
Yeah, what is that kind of camera?
It's a vlogging camera, DJI. It's very good for vlogging. What is it?
It's got a stabilizer, DJI, the 2, what is that? That's the Pocket 2,
Done.
DJI Pocket 2 stabilized camera. Definitely
Okay,
very light,
okay.
very convenient to have.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
as
so
they
brother,
find out,
what
I
is
just
your
wanna-
parting words,
yeah,
brother?
So my parting words is this, and I just want to calm down a little bit, and maybe you want to put your seatbelt on just so we
Sure.
can stop the beeping noise. Oh,
Here
okay.
is the camera.
Okay, there it
This is
goes.
the package I've been waiting for to start my adventures.
That's why we started late and we got to rush to get back because she was waiting on this camera.
But it was not my fault. You know who
It
messed
wasn't
me
her
up.
fault though. It was his delivery, and sometimes you deal with that. Yes, it was not her fault. Let me clarify that.
So yeah, just in parting shots, what I just want to share is that is there a door open? Okay.
I check doors.
Yeah. Make sure
Not
everyone
mine.
goes. Okay. Cool. She's still on. There is the rear door that's opening. Let me quickly jump out because it'll keep going on.
This is the dirt road we're riding through. So if you see any bouncing on the camera, even though I got the stabilizer, it's only a 2-axis. You'll see.
Excellent. All righty.
All right, so we're gonna listen to our brother Kunga bringing his parting words.
Yeah, just on the parting words, I just would like to be able to say is this. We believe and we know that human beings are very complex creatures. And in order for us to be able to reach our fullest potential, it's important that we address all the complex aspects of who we are. And we say that when you first have an awakening, in terms of a conscious awakening, identity awakening, one of the first next important things is connect to nature, because we live in such a artificial world, a fake news. As a matter of fact, what you see happening politically in America right now is because of so much of the fakery that were allowed, fakeness to even enter the White House, even though some will say it's always been fake. But nonetheless, to find something genuine, authentic, and real, and there's nothing more genuine, authentic, and real than Mother Nature. And when you connect in some way, shape, form, or fashion, even if it's simply just having a kitchen garden where you're growing some small herbs, a little cilantro, a little rosemary, some mint right in your kitchen or right in your veranda, somewhere around close to you, by you connecting and being close to some earth and some soil and the dirt, it adds a certain dimension to one's life that cannot be faked. And for those who have the wherewithal and can take on a challenge, like a Mr. GoBlack has taken on, and choose to visit the epitome of nature, which is Mama Africa, we extend an open invitation for you to come and visit, for you to come and see, and for you to come and experience. And we know there's some people that are watching this that are right here in Africa, but maybe living the city life and maybe in the concrete jungle. We say connect to nature. As we go into February, we here at Back to Nature Organic Farms are going to begin offering farm visits. As a matter of fact, many may not know that these individuals who came today have done something special that hundreds of people, after watching the Water Maya video and some of these other interviews we've been doing, hundreds of people want to come to the farm, and we have said no to all of them. They're willing to pay, but we've said no because we wanted to have certain preparation for the farm to allow people to come. So GoBlack got an exclusive here today, as well as African Tigress and several others that we're happy to have here today. But connect to nature, because nature will then allow you to blossom in all the other areas of your life. So that's the last thing that I want to be able to share with the team and the family today, is just find some way to connect, to reconnect to nature, because it will help to rejuvenate, revitalize. It will help to bring you alive again in a sense, a genuine, authentic way that the artificial artificial world cannot do that. So, and last thing I'll just say, thanks
Never
for all the
lasting.
love for your people that have come over to see our particular channel, Back to Nature Africa, Back to Nature, one word, space Africa. I got so much love to say, hey, I came from GoBlack, Nikomi sent me here, and I just want to say thank you. Those who haven't come on over, you'll find some interesting comment about what we're doing on the farm, how we're approaching its philosophy, and give more enlightening, empowering, uplifting messages there at Back to Nature, one word, space Africa. So my brother, I just want to say much love. Thank you for visiting us here today and for allowing those in your family to have a peek into a little bit of our operations here at Back to Nature Organic Farms. God bless you all. Keep up the good work.
All right, family. You heard it. I am thankful that our brother allowed us to come out to the farm. I thought it was something that would be a great educational, motivational, inspirational story that one can see. Just another one coming from America back to the motherland to establish what he would call the origins of life, the back to the nature. You know, not to bore you with any subject or story, but let me just keep it short right here. Our ancestors, tens of hundreds of thousands of years ago, the white man would say, long, long time ago. But our ancestors, hundreds of thousands of years ago, in order for them to know themselves, they had to study nature. In order for them to know thyself, there's no way you can get around except for studying nature around you. Because the nature is you. There is no separation between you and nature. We are living organism. We have life running through us. Atoms we have running through us. You know, we give life. You know, we have all kind of similarities. Though we may be the superior, supreme being on earth, but there is no thing in this earth or in this world that is not alike. As our ancestor says, as above, so below. It's all the same, family. And until we can recognize and respect nature, unlike some of the other species that are out here, and we got lost too in the mix of things, that's when you can respect nature and not pollute it, not disrespect it, not just have disregard for our animals, abusing, mistreating, and all that. There is when you can go black. And that's what the whole message of Go Black is. Going black in time. Going black spiritually, physically, and mentally into what our forefathers, not their forefathers, our forefathers have left us to understand who we are inside and without. So with that, family, this is your man, not your boy.
Not your boy.
This is your
Man, not your boy.
This is your
Oh, me? Oh,
Yes.
this is your lady, not your girl.
This is your
Lady, not a girl.
This is your
He's your boy.
One day he gonna understand who he really is. Go black to Africa. All right, family.